Okay. I want everyone to sit down in their chair where their name tag is. Here's your snack. Now, you can use chairs, name tags, and snacks to make sure the kids are sitting where you want them to sit. And this gives you a very controlled environment.
Now, one big time that you're able to lose the kids is when you're transitioning. Like, you have to go to the bathroom, have to go to a small group, go back and forth from a large group. And what you really need to do is set your expectations of when you're transitioning those times. So when I'm taking my kids from the bathroom and to the bathroom, I don't want to disturb any other groups that are around. So I set my expectations and make my kids follow it. And I set up 3 easy expectations for me. The first one is we're going to walk and we're not going to run. The second one is we're going to walk in line and not run around just all over the place. And the third one is no talking. We don't want to disrupt the group. So I tell them those things and I say, hey, if you do not listen, you will get a strike. Do you understand? Shake your head. And they'll shake their head. I said, remember, walk in line. Walk, don't run. Walk in line and don't talk. When we do this, we stay in control. And if you stay in control, you don't have to regain control. And so I'll say, all right, now, we're going to follow, my helper is Melissa. We're going to follow Miss Melissa from right here to the blue door. We're going to stop at the blue door. And I give them the points where we stop. And then when Miss Melissa goes, you can keep following to the next place. That way when they walk up to the small group, they're already calm. They're already in control. And I don't have to regain that control. I don't have to give any more authoritative replies because they're already in my control. And I don't have to make them mad at me for telling them to sit down or stay quiet again.
All right, have a seat. Have a seat. While you're teaching your lesson, there are a few things you can do to keep control. So let's say I'm talking, but you guys are sort of talking to each other while I'm talking. It's like, hang on guys, it's my turn, so you can repeat the rules. While I speak, you
listen.
And that might not work. Maybe they keep talking. Maybe they've had lots of conversations. All right, so let's go a little bit harder. All right, go ahead and move to this seat. All right, and I'll put someone else in between them. Right now it's just the 3 of us. All right, one of the other things you can do is you can sequence your small group. So I'm talking, but you guys are bored because my voice has been droning on and on. So it's time for our activity. Everybody stand up. We're going to do our verse review called Warrior. I go, ha, ha, and we just do something active. You can also use snack time or bathroom to break things up. Now have a seat, guys. What I also want is you to be creative about finding ways to reward and affect behavior that's not necessarily negative. So here's a perfect example. Miss Rebecca, you've been listening, paying attention. I love it. So when we go to the bathroom, you get to be our line leader. Yay! Mr. Brett, this is a rusty knife. Mr. Brett, you've been paying close attention, so I'm going to give you a hole punch. Well, what about this? We're coming back from transition. Everybody's standing up. Everyone's walking around, and I make a simple command. Everybody sit down, but not everyone does it. Miss Rebecca's the only one to do it. So she does it. I come over and say, Miss Rebecca, say loudly, Miss Rebecca gets a hole punch. Click. Miss Rebecca gets 2 hole punches. Click, click. Miss Rebecca gets 3. Oh, and Brett gets 1. Fantastic. So you can use hole punches. You can use candy. You can use praise. You should use praise. You can use physical contact that is appropriate. Good job. You can use directives and privileges like line leader. You get the extra cookies. You get to go play game time when nobody else does. You can use all kinds of privileges that are not necessarily strike related, and it's a good way to gain control. So set your expectations in transition. Prepare in advance with your lesson and also your name tags and snack. And then also while you're teaching, break up the flow so you don't drone on and on and on. And then look for positive ways to reinforce what you're teaching that don't require you to hand out strikes. The end.